holds his breath. The drums hit, the crowd erupts. From WWE to AEW, from NWA to TNA, all the way to New Japan Pro Wrestling. This is where legends rise. Aaron loves wrestling. Let's begin. Let the storm hit, feel the world shift. AEW, yo, we talking big lift. To the WA roots, fire in the booth. New Japan warriors fighting for the truth. Crowds roar loud when the spotlight shines. Aaron loves wrestling, we live for the grind. Step into the ring, hear the heartbeat thump. Pyro in the sky, let the bass line jump. From the classic days where the legends were made to the modern era warriors never afraid. We break down drama, every shock, every twist, every dream match moment that you couldn't resist. From Tokyo Dome nights to the big raw stage, from Power Earth Studios to AEW Rage. This is passion, combat, the soul of the show. We bring the breakdown, the hype and the glow. Every slam, every dive, every storyline ride. I'll let you where the love never dies. I'll let you where the love never dies. Boom, let the storm hit, feel the world shift. AEW, yeah, we talking big lift. TWA roots, fire in the booth. New Japan warriors fighting for the truth. Crowds roar loud when the spotlight shines. Aaron loves wrestling, yeah, we live for the grind. We talk kings, icons, the rookies on deck. Champions with the gold hanging right on their neck. The moments that shock you, the promos that hit, those fight forever chants. Yeah, we feel all of it. We salute every brand, every style in the ring. Strong style, lucha libre man, wrestling is king. From old school brawls to the high risk flights, we celebrate the craft and the love of the fight. Podcast vibes with that pay-per-view feel. Every episode hits like a main event deal. Aaron on the mic, yeah, he keeping it real. Breaking wrestling down with that champion appeal. Yeah, breaking wrestling down with that champion appeal.
When the crowd goes silent and the bell echoes through the arena, when destiny calls, we answer.
This is for the fans. This is for the passion. This is wrestling. Boom, let the storm hit. Feel the world shift. WWA, here we talking big lift. NWA roots, TNR in the booth. New Japan warriors fighting for the truth. Legends rise up when the fire aligns. Aaron loves wrestling where the world collides. From the square circle to your speakers, this is Aaron Loves Wrestling. Let the love for wrestling live forever. When the lights fade, the world holds its breath. The drums hit, the crowd erupts. From WWE to AEW, from NWA to TNA, all the way to New Japan Pro Wrestling. This is where legends rise. Aaron loves wrestling. Let's begin. Let the storm hit, feel the world shift. AEW, yo, we talking big lift. To the WA roots, fire in the booth. New Japan warriors fighting for the truth. Crowds roar loud when the spotlight shines. Aaron loves wrestling, we live for the grind. Step into the ring, hear the heartbeat thump. Pyro in the sky, let the bass line jump. From the classic days where the legends were made to the modern era warriors never afraid. We break down drama, every shock, every twist, every dream match moment that you couldn't resist. From Tokyo Dome nights to the big raw stage, from Power Earth Studios to AEW Rage. This is passion, combat, the soul of the show. We bring the breakdown, the hype and the glow. Every slam, every dive, every storyline ride. I'll let you where the love never dies. I'll let you where the love never dies. Boom, let the storm hit, feel the world shift. WEAEW, yeah, we talking big lift. TWA roots, fire in the booth. New Japan warriors fighting for the truth. Crowds roar loud when the spotlight shines. Aaron loves wrestling, yeah, we live for the crowd erupts. From WWE to AEW, from NWA to TNA, all the way to New Japan Pro Wrestling. This is where legends rise. Aaron loves wrestling. Let's begin. Let the storm hit. Feel the world shift. AEW, we talking big lift. To the WA roots, seeing fire in the booth. New Japan warriors fighting for the truth. Crowds roar loud when the spotlight shines. Aaron loves wrestling. We live for the grind. Step into the ring, hear the heartbeat thump. Pyro in the sky, let the bass line jump. From the classic days where the legends were made to the modern era warriors never afraid. We break down drama, every shock, every twist, every dream match moment that you couldn't resist. From Tokyo Dome nights to the big raw stage, from Power Earth Studios to AIDS all rage. This is passion, combat, the soul of the show. We bring the breakdown, the hype and the glow. Every slam, every dive, every storyline ride. I'll let you where the love never dies. I'll let you where the love never dies.
How's it going, ladies and gentlemen? And Love's Wrestling Podcast. And I am Dr. Love himself, Aaron. And I'm here to talk about WWE Survivor Series War Games, which was an amazing PLE last night. I had fun and did a watch along with my bro Devin, the Tribal Chief, which you can go and check that out on his YouTubicals and even check out some clips as well. It was a fun show indeed. I loved WWE Survivor Series War Games. From start to finish, it was a solid show. One of my highlights is that Liv Morgan returned. Liv Morgan came back and she helped Dominik Mysterio win back his WWE Intercontinental Championship. So that is great to see. And we'll see what takes place with the Judgment Day now with Liv Morgan back and see how Roxanne Perez still fits in. Also, I really love that Charlotte Flair honored a little girl in the crowd, a 7-year-old girl. She goes by the name of Scarlett, and she's battling cancer. So it was a great it was great to see, and it's great to see Charlotte Flair as a babyface and a top fan favorite. A lot of the fans love her, so it's great to see Charlotte Flair wearing that gear, which I thought was the colors and everything was great. So hopefully she'll just keep wearing it because I thought it was thought the colors were great, and the top girl of WWE. I love that. So, seeing Charlotte Flair getting the respect and honor and love that she deserves, 14-time Women's World Champion, it's great to see, in my opinion. I've been a fan of Charlotte since she began because I was a Ric Flair fan. Woo! But seeing Charlotte Flair, she's been a heel for many years, but now seeing her as a babyface and a top babyface at that with the fans, and the fans love her. I mean, they were even chanting her name many times in this match. It's great to see, and hopefully she can. I hope she ties Ric Flair's record at 16. Hopefully she can win 2 more world titles in the next few years, if she can just tie with her dad and be at that. I think that would be great, and she'll be the one setting the record, just like her dad, at 16 world titles. So I'm hoping that will take place in the future for Charlotte Flair. Seeing Rhea Ripley's mask, her favorite horror film is The Terrifiers, her art clown. So she did the mask. She has to wear this mask to cover up her nose to, help from it getting even more injured. So seeing her wear that mask, I knew she loved it, and it was fun to see. So, getting into this, some of my highlights there. Cena's last PLE match. It's, hard to bear. We got 2 more weeks and Cena's final match. Going to miss John Cena. I love John Cena. He's been a childhood hero of mine. And I just got to say thank you, Cena, for the inspiration. For the inspiration for me and many other young kids to never give up and to keep fighting and to keep moving on even when you lose or when you hit rock bottom. John Cena gave us that inspiration with his message, never give up. And a lot of his promos inspired that as well. So it was great to see, it's great to see Cena getting a great retirement run. It hasn't been too bad, in my opinion. A lot of people have been hating on his retirement run, but it's his retirement run, so let him do what he wants with it. But he's even said that not everything is what he wants. So everything, he got to pick some of his final few opponents, and we got some throwbacks with Randy Orton and CM Punk. Sadly, we couldn't with Edge, but it is what it is. And then we get possibly, I'm thinking Gunther's going to win, and he's going to face John Cena for his final spot. I wouldn't mind LA Knight, but Gunther, and it'll be great. It'll be interesting for Gunther because he retired Goldberg and then John Cena in their final matches. So it'll be a great rub for Gunther. But John Cena, it's gonna be hard though. It's gonna be hard watching on December 13th his final match, and we will see John Cena finally retire. So, and a lot of people are not expecting him to really retire. They'll think, oh, he'll come back here and there, maybe have a match. Nope. John Cena said it. Once this run is over, I'm done. Last time is now. So having him come back here and there for, popping up and do a promo and things like that I'm sure we'll see that. But as far as wrestling goes, this is it. And we'll see who is John Cena's final opponent here soon in the next couple weeks. So I'm excited. No, I'm not excited because I don't want to see John Cena retire. But can't wrestle forever, and it's great that he's going out on his terms and at this age, instead of keep trying to wrestle and keep trying to stay in there with everybody else, because some legends overstay their welcome and they stay a little bit too long than we probably would like, and they have some matches where it's like, but as you get older, you don't move as good as you used to. So, but seeing Cena in this last PLE match, especially get the Dom and putting Dominik Mysterio over as he did, and Dominik Mysterio won back his Intercontinental Championship. And it was great to see. And John Cena has given Dominik Mysterio praise as the future of the business, and I agree. I think Dominik Mysterio is a great heel. Keep him as this heel, and I think he'll be main eventing WrestleMania one day. Honestly, Dominik Mysterio is a top star. He is a top star, and having the Intercontinental title and holding it the way he does, and now he's a 2-time Intercontinental champion, and it's I'm loving seeing Dirty Dom right now, because Dirty Dom, in my opinion, is one of the top heels on Raw. He's one of the top heels on Raw, and one day he will go after that WWE World Championship, and he will win it, and he will also become a world champion one day. But after all that, let's talk about Survivor Series War Games. Uh, if you will, check the description on the YouTubicals on the YouTube below, and you can see what I'm affiliated with. Prince Nana Coffee. Get yourself some Prince Nana Coffee. I'm sipping on some right now. And this coffee's great. Love Prince Nana coffee. It's delicious. So get yourself some Prince Nana coffee in the link in the description below. Also, Pure Plank. I'm affiliated with Pure Plank. As a personal trainer, I love planks. Planks are a great workout, and it's great for your posture. It's great for strengthening your core, burning body fat. I mean, planks are amazing. So get Pure Plank. Also on there, they have an app, and there's a couple different workouts you can do with this Pure Plank. So get yourself a Pure Plank and in the link below, and use the promo code Aaron Loves Wrestling. Get 10% off your next order. Also, W Energy. Get yourself 10% off your next order as well by using promo code Aaron Loves Wrestling. Get yourself some W Energy. And also go to iDrink.com. That's iDrink with a Q. That's my energy drink. No caffeine, and honestly, no jitters or anything like that. I love iDrink. So get yourself iDrink as well. But after that, let's talk about Survivor Series War Games. All right, so we kick off with the women. And I didn't feel it was going to kick off the women. So it was a great women's War Games match. And I've seen some of the AEW tribalists on social media. And this is why I hate tribalism. Because, yes, I did enjoy AEW Blood and Guts, especially with all the blood. And the women's Blood and Guts match was better than the men's. But I enjoyed the entire show. No, there wasn't no blood in the women's War Games match, but the match was still great to see. And seeing this with take place online with the fans, and they're all, Blood and Guts was better, War Games was better, blah blah blah. Just both of them are great. Okay, the men's and women's of both Blood and Guts and War Games were great, and they were great in their own way. So this is why I hate tribalism. I do. I love AEW Blood and Guts, and I love WWE War Games, Survivor Series War Games. I love them both. But we kicked off with Asuka versus Charlotte Flair, and again, Charlotte Flair came out in her ring gear, paid tribute and honoring the 7-year-old little girl, which was in the crowd, and it was really cool to see. And I hope to see Charlotte Flair win another Women's World Championship here soon. But I am enjoying the team of Alexa Bliss and Charlotte Flair. They're a great team. So kind of don't want to see them split up yet, but I wouldn't mind seeing them both go for singles championships. And I'd like to see Charlotte Flair become 15-time Women's World Champion. Like I said, seeing her tie her dad at 16 would be great before she retires. But Asuka and Charlotte Flair kick off the match, and it was on top notch from the get-go. It was, like I said, this match to me is a good 4.5 out of 5 stars. This was a great match, an A for me on this grade, and the grade in this match. Seeing Rhea Ripley come out in the Terrifier Art the Clown mask. She came out, and seeing Io Sky. And Io Sky has her own weapon with the trash can. It even has her logo on the side, which was pretty cool. And she did her typical spot by putting the trash can on at the top of the cage, and did her flip onto the women in the ring. And Becky Lynch was great in this match by selling her heel, and the way she I love her as a heel. I love Becky Lynch as a heel, honestly. So seeing her doing what she does in the ring, and she's one of the GOATs in my opinion. Becky Lynch is, it's she's really great at her work with the character work and the with her mic skills and in-ring skills. I mean, Becky Lynch is one of the best. So seeing her in this match as well was fun, and the women all the way around, and then of course Lash Legend, in my opinion, was one of the stars in this match, and this was her first War Games match, and she has moved up to the main roster. Which, by the way, congratulations to Trick Williams and Lash Legend on their engagement. Congratulations to you both. But it is, Lash Legend is going to be a future Women's World Champion. She's going to be a future top star in the company. She came out and she looked dominant. She looked strong. Uh, so this was great to see for Lash Legends, and we'll see where it takes place from here. I think her and I will probably go after those women's tag team titles here shortly. But like I said, um, give this a good A, 4.5 out of 5 stars. The baby faces win. Rhea Ripley, Io Sky, Charlotte Flair, and Alexis Bliss, and AJ Lee. And it was great to see AJ Lee in this match. This is her first War Games match as well. Seeing AJ Lee come back and her tapping out Becky Lynch to win the match was something. So I'm wondering what this is going to set up. Will we get a championship match between the two, with one of them winning the title between now and WrestleMania? I don't know, but it would be great. But what I'm interested to see. I'm interested to see what's going to take place with that. Well, and see where this rivalry goes, because they're not done with each other yet. AJ Lee tapped out Becky Lynch at the WrestlePalooza PLE, and now she did Survivor Series. So we'll see where this goes. Next, we get John Cena facing off against Dirty Dom for the WWE Intercontinental Championship. This is in Dirty Dom's home. He is, and when he came out, he got a massive pop from the crowd. And WWE again sees him as a top star, and to have him go one-on-one with Cena in this match is another reason why they do think he's a top star. And him coming out in his entrance and everything, he came out with Raquel Rodriguez and Roxanne Perez, which you knew they was going to get involved at some point, and I knew Judgment Day as a whole would get involved at some point. So Dirty Don wasn't going to win clean. He was going to win dirty. That's right. So having said that, Dirty Dom, him getting the rub right now that he is and getting the spotlight and push, eventually he's going to win that world championship. It's going to happen. John Cena also shared a moment with cameraman Stu as his last time with the PLE. So we have Cena coming out for one final time on a PLE, and I don't know. I still not sitting right with me. I love John Cena. Been a childhood hero of mine, and it was great. It was great to see this retirement tour. It was great to see this one last run and seeing the matches and the feuds that we got. Wish we could have got a couple more out of Jericho and Edge, but didn't take place. But John Cena is going to put over the future, and I love that on December 13th he's going to have the future he's going to have some NXT stars go up against main rosters, and we're going to get some fantasy book type matches. So I can't wait to see that, see who's going to be on that card as well with John Cena. John Cena comes out, and again, Intercontinental Champion. And I knew I had a feeling it was going to be a short run. I didn't think he was going to hold this belt until his last match, because it is so to be a guarantee that he would lose his match. But now that he lost last night to Dom, and now he doesn't have a title, I think having Now the John Cena last match is going to be unpredictable. Could he win or could he lose? Could he put over whoever he's facing, or could he win and go out on top with the victory? So we'll see with that one. But again, this was a great match between Cena and Dom. I give this a 5 out of 5 stars, an A+. And one of the highlights to me was when Dirty Dom, he got when he hit the floor on the outside when they was doing the spot, and I legitimately thought he was injured. I did, and when they kept showing the replay and everything, I legitimately thought he was injured. I did. Um, so that taking place, and then you had Raquel pick up Cena and slam him, and then Roxanne doing her thing, and then they set him up for the 619 for Dirty Dom to get up and hit the 619 on Cena, and he goes for a splash and he pins, and the ref's like, wait, whoa, he was injured. So and that's one point Cena accidentally gets pushed in to the ref, and then the ref goes out and then gets knocked down. You have Judgment Day come out. John Cena fights off Judgment Day, does the double AA on the JD and Finn Balor, which I thought was pretty cool and a good throwback. He did that to Big Show and Edge at WrestleMania 25. And I'm sure that one was a lot more difficult because he had Big Show, and Edge, and seeing him do it to Dom and JD, or not Dom, Finn Balor and JD, it might have been a little bit easier. It wasn't a Big Show like. But then you had Liv Morgan return. John Cena hits the AA on Dom, and he's calling out another referee. That Liv Morgan music hits, and she comes out, and then she's looking at Dom. She goes to slap Dom, didn't connect. And then she goes to hug Cena. And she hugs Cena, and then she does that look that Cena did to Cody when he hugged him at the Elimination Chamber. And then she hits the Oblivion on Cena. And the Dirty Dom hits his finishing move, and he wins the Intercontinental title, and that's how he wins back his belt with Liv Morgan. So we have Liv Morgan back. It's great to see her back from injury. I was curious when we was going to see her. Would she return to Survivor Series or Royal Rumble? Many were thinking the Royal Rumble, but she's back. So Dirty Dom and Liv Morgan now are back together again. So we'll see if she even goes back for her Women's World Championship, which, Stephanie Vaquer holds right now. So we'll see if that will take place as well, or will she'll go for the Women's Intercontinental title. We'll have Liv Morgan as Women's Intercontinental Champion and Dirty Dom as the Men's Intercontinental Champion. But again, I give this a good 5 out of 5 stars. An A+ for me. Enjoyed the match. It was fun. And the Morgan returning, that was great as well. So we'll see who's next for Dirty Dom with the Intercontinental title. We'll also see what Liv Morgan's going to do with Roxanne Perez in the Judgment Day, because Roxanne Perez have been making a move at Dirty Dom. So it's like, what's going to happen there? The drama, we'll see. We will see. And of course, Cena exits, thanks the crowd, and he even reminds one more. We got one more. So and the crowd was chanting, "Thank you, Cena," as well. So that was great. John Cena, one more. We got one more match with John Cena, December 13th, a couple weeks from now, which I'm excited. I'm off, and I get to see that match. Next, we go to Stephanie Vaquer and Nikki Bella. And this match was really good. And Nikki Bella is a heel, which I like her better as a heel. She's better to me. She's better as a heel at that. I really was expecting to see the whole Bella twin thing and Brie come back, but that didn't happen. Maybe he's going to get another return. So really was expecting that. But this match was a great women's wrestling match. Bella and Vaquer did great in the ring. I thought this was really, really good. And Nikki Bella even did really good. She still got it. So I'm loving. So I love this match. I give this a good um, 4 out of 5 stars and an A for me. And Stephanie Vaquer wins and retains her title as Women's World Champion. She's still the Women's World Champion. I love her finishing move. I love her finishing move at the top. Um, she does that corkscrew dive on to Nikki Bella, and that move is great. And Stephanie Vaquer did it flawlessly, in my opinion. And it's great to see that she's still women's champion. I expected Nikki Bella to win and become a women's world champion again. I mean, we've had some nostalgia already this year, so seeing her, I was really expecting her to win the title and become women's world champion again. But it's great to see Stephanie Vaquer, the future, and seeing her continue with this title reign. I think she should hold the title until WrestleMania 42 and face somebody there. I would love to see Liv Morgan or Rhea Ripley for Vaquer's opponent at WrestleMania. And she can hold the title until then, and then drop it to Vaquer or drop it to Ripley or Morgan. I prefer Rhea Ripley, but this was a again solid match. Solid match. Nikki Bella did really good. She did really, really good. Um, and maybe we'll even see her as champion one more time, or she'll win the Intercontinental Championship, the Women's Intercontinental Championship. Maybe we'll see that. Um, so now we get to the main event, the men's War Games match, which was really, really cool, really great. Um, I loved this match. I really did. Braun Breaker coming out and with CM Punk and opening up the match. Braun Breaker again showing he's the future of the business, and also him pinning CM Punk, the world champion, which looks like we might get set up at WrestleMania, and maybe Braun Breaker will get put over and win the uh, WWE World Heavyweight Championship. From what it looks like from last night, we had Cody and Roman stare off at each other towards the end. And Roman basically told Cody, "This is it. I'm never teaming with you again. I'm done." And then Cody's mad at Roman. Mad at Roman because they lost the match. It's looking like with Braun Breaker pinning CM Punk, and then we had Roman and Cody stare off of one another. It looks like we're going to get Cody Rhodes and Roman Reigns at WrestleMania in one of the main events, and then for one more time, a third trios match, third one in their rivalry. They're both 1-1 on each other, so having a third one to settle would be great. And then you have Breaker versus Punk, which I said it on social media. Roman versus Cody is like Stone Cold versus The Rock. That's that feud with them is like Stone Cold versus The Rock to me. So I enjoy Roman versus Cody feud. I really do. And having Punk versus Breaker at WrestleMania as well, and putting Breaker over and becoming the world champion. Braun Breaker is the star, man. Braun Breaker is the star. And I really hope they do that. There's some speculating Brock Lesnar and Punk, but I would hope that they do Braun Breaker versus CM Punk for the WWE World Heavyweight Championship and like main event night 1. And then Roman Reigns versus Cody Rhodes for the WWE Championship main event night 2. So I'm hoping we get that at WrestleMania 42. CM Punk versus Braun Breaker, Roman Reigns versus Cody Rhodes. And then Punk could put over Breaker, the future of the biz, and Breaker can win the world championship and become a top star in the business. Braun Breaker is that guy. He is. So we seeing him get through also the rub in this match, and him getting the pin in the end. That's going to show that he is the guy. It could have been anybody. It could have been Brock Lesnar pinning Punk. If it was Brock Lesnar pinning Punk, to me that was sending a clear message that we get Lesnar versus Punk at WrestleMania. But Braun Breaker, I think that is telling us we're getting Punk versus Breaker at WrestleMania. I mean, I wouldn't even mind Braun Breaker winning the title before then, and then we get Brock Lesnar versus Breaker, and Brock Lesnar puts over Breaker. I mean, that would be a great match. Um, so I mean, this was a great War Games match. Logan Paul also with the NWO tribute with his gear. I thought that was cool. And then we get, you know, I love Cody Rhodes. A lot of people have hated on Cody, but Cody Rhodes is the top guy in WWE. He is the face. Cody Rhodes is the QB1. Cody Rhodes is the WWE champion. And a lot of people love Cody Rhodes. A lot of people love Cody Rhodes. I mean, you see on social media the line for him to sign autographs. The crowd pops when he comes out. They chant his name. Cody Rhodes, Cody Rhodes. Cody Rhodes is the top guy in the face of WWE. He is. I love Cody. Also love Roman. I love Roman Reigns. Roman Reigns is still my top guy. I love Roman Reigns. But with him, on that part-time schedule now, which he's earned it. He's earned it. I'm not hating, but I gotta get behind somebody. And I do love Cody Rhodes. I love Braun Breaker. I hope he wins the world championship here soon. And out of the two champs, Cody Rhodes is my favorite over Punk. I don't mind Punk. I like Punk, but I love Cody Rhodes. So, but this match again, it was great. 4 out of 5 stars for me. Good A. And seeing Lesnar and Reigns fight outside of the ring, Roman Reigns' music hit, and Lesnar's like, nah. And he comes out of the cage and takes his gloves off. He's waiting on Roman to get there. And they have a brawl on the outside. And then Roman does a Superman punches, and he goes to do another one to Lesnar. And Lesnar catches him, does an F5 on the table. And then he gets Reigns in the ring. And the match officially starts, and they start fighting. And then, Lesnar and Reigns' rivalry, it'll never get old to me. I love seeing them go at it. A lot of people hated it back in the day when we had Lesnar and Reigns over and over and over again. But honestly, it was a great rivalry. And it'll never get old to me. So, but this was a solid match. 4 to 5. A for me. And we get the masked man towards the end. We get the masked man, mysterious masked man. He jumps on the cage, climbs in, which he's very athletic. I've seen some people say Chris Jericho, Randy Orton. Someone even said The Rock. Some crazy guesses, but they're not moving that quick on the cage like that. Maybe Orton, maybe. But I don't know. I was really thinking Austin Theory as this masked man, but someone pointed out Buddy Matthews. He shared a workout on his Instagram, which he hasn't been seen in AEW since Grand Slam Australia, where he got injured. I don't know what he has on his contract at the time. I don't know if his contract ended. But you also gotta remember, Tony Khan loves doing that extension, because if you're injured, well, you still owe me some time. Or I don't know if you worked it out to get a release. I don't know. But someone mentioned Buddy Matthews, and on his Instagram post of him working out, he said something about imagine the vision, or do you see the vision, or something like that in the caption. I was like, and the masked man, similar build. And Buddy's pretty athletic, so he can easily climb the cage like that. So Those are my top two guesses. It's either going to be Austin Theory or Buddy Matthews. If Buddy Matthews' contract is up in AEW and he returns to WWE to also be with Rhea Ripley, his wife, I can see Buddy Matthews and him being part of the division. Be pretty good and get him a good, welcoming, good comeback. And then maybe him and Bronson Reed can team up for the tag titles, or maybe he can just go for the Intercontinental title or something like that. But my top two guesses would be Austin Theory or Buddy Matthews as this masked individual. A lot of people are thinking Seth Rollins, but I think that's what they want you to think because he did the super kick and the curb stomp. But that's what they want you to think. And even they were heavily pushing it in the post show of asking Paul Heyman, it's Seth Rollins, isn't it? It's Seth Rollins, isn't it? Well, why would it be Seth Rollins when Braun Breaker turned on Rollins and speared him? Why would it be Rollins? If Rollins returns, he's coming after the Vision and Braun Breaker. He's not joining them. He's not helping them. He's coming after them. He's going to team up with somebody, possibly Cody Rhodes or something, and he's going to go after the Vision. So it's not Seth Rollins. That's what they want you to think. I'm thinking either Austin Theory or Buddy Matthews. That's who I think this masked individual is. Those are my top two guesses. Buddy Matthews or Austin Theory. A lot of people are expecting Austin Theory, but what if it's Buddy Matthews? What if his contract is up with AEW and he returns in WWE and gets added in with this Vision group? I think it'll be good for him. It'll be good for him to get back in it, especially after he's coming off an injury. He don't have to do a full workload. So we'll see. I was really expecting him to return to AEW and team up with Brody King, but if his contract's up and he wants to go where his wife is working and be with her, and the schedule will be easier and they can be with each other a lot more instead of on opposite schedules, it's a smart move. So I'm thinking this masked individual is either going to be Austin Theory or Buddy Matthews. Those are my top two guesses. So, but yeah, this masked individual helps the heel team, Lesnar and Breaker and Reed, Paul and McIntyre win. Does the super kick and the curb stop on Punk, and then Braun Breaker does his finishing move on Punk and pins him, and we get Braun Breaker pretty much going over, in my opinion, on that one, and even Lesnar giving him the pat on the back and support. So I'm hoping we get Braun Breaker versus CM Punk at WrestleMania 42 for the WWE World Heavyweight Championship. I really do, and Braun Breaker win it. The future of the business. He's young. He's like 25 or 26, I think. So he's young, and that's, in my opinion, this is what WWE needs to start looking forward to. WWE really needs to start looking forward towards the future. We got, our nostalgia with Punk and Cena and Orton and Lesnar and everything this year. But 2026, we need to see WWE move towards the future. Move towards the future, especially in the men's division. We have it in the women's with Stephanie Vaquer with the Women's World Championship, Jade Cargill with the WWE Women's Championship. We got for the United States and Women's Intercontinental Championship. So seeing this with the men and having them, Triple H put over the future of the business, which Braun Breaker is that guy. Braun Breaker is the future of WWE. He's the future main eventer. He's the future face of the company, in my opinion. I got Obafemi, too, in NXT when he gets called up. He's the future of the business and future face of the company as well. Obafemi is young, too. Imagine a feud with Braun Breaker and Obafemi. We ain't ready for that. A feud with Braun Breaker and Obafemi over the World Heavyweight Championship or the WWE Championship. Bro, that would be a fire feud right there. So, in my opinion, WWE needs to move on to the future of the business. Move on to Braun Breaker. Move on to Obafemi. Move on to Trick Williams. Move on to Ricky Saints. Move on to the future of the company, especially Braun Breaker and Obafemi. They're already over. They already have the aura. They already have the total package, in my opinion. Those guys are the future of the company, Braun Breaker and Obafemi. And I can see them being top WWE champions, main eventing WrestleMania, and even feuding with one another. We, in my opinion, need to start looking towards the future of the company instead of hanging on to the nostalgia, to the legends. I don't mind seeing a wrestle, but them being the top champions of the company. I mean, you even got Cody Rhodes in his 40s, Roman Reigns, many wrestlers top of the company right now. Many wrestlers on top of the company right now. Cody Rhodes, Roman Reigns, Jey Uso, especially Punk, even Drew McIntyre. They're in their 40s. Let's move on to the future. Let's move on to the future, like Braun Breaker and Obafemi, and Trick Williams and Carmelo Hayes, and the Bronson. Well, even Bronson's getting close to 40. So just the future of the company, so especially with Braun Breaker and Obafemi. Those are the I can see in the future. Those are the top guys of WWE in the next 5-10 years from now, maybe even sooner than that. Hopefully sooner than that. Uh, Roman Reigns don't have long. Jey Uso don't got long. Cody Rhodes don't have much longer. They're all going to eventually retire. I can see within the next 5 years, and we got to move on to the future. Jacob Fatu, even Braun Breaker, Obafemi, Trick Williams, Carmelo Hayes. Um, you know, there's one of the guys I'm keeping an eye out on in NXT, Jasper Troy. Jasper Troy's pretty cool, and he could be a top face of the company if he keeps developing and getting better. So many WWE has some guys that can put in the at the top in the main event in the world title picture. They just got to keep building them. They just got to uh, keep the momentum going with these guys. That's one thing that has always bothered me with WWE, especially when it was under Vince McMahon, was they always held on to the legends in the past and kept putting the belts on them when you had the future right here. And then when they're tired of getting pushed to the side, basically, and getting held down, then they go elsewhere. I mean, you really want to see Obafemi, Braun Breaker, walk and go to the AEW? If they don't get their rub in WWE, they don't get their push in WWE, it could happen. It could happen. So I just love to see these guys be the future, be pushed, and get in that world title picture. People say, "Oh, well, you're one. Everyone get a championship." No, not everyone. Not everyone. Dirty Dom is the future as well. Dirty Dom is the future of the company, with his heel work. With all these future stars they got lined up, we have the future of the company right here with Braun Breaker, Dirty Dom, Obafemi, Trick Williams, Carmella Hayes, Ricky Saints. The future of the company right there with these guys. Javon Evans, can't forget him. Javon Evans is another one. Jasper Troy, keep an eye on him in NXT. So I love watching NXT. The future of the company is in there. I'm excited for the future of WWE with a lot of these new stars coming up and getting their push. So, that is overall, I give Survivor Series a good 9 out of 10 grading for me. I thought Survivor Series again was a great PLE. We'll see what is going to take place on Monday Night Raw and SmackDown next week. So, again, it was a good show. Let me know your thoughts. Let me know your thoughts in the comments, what you liked, what you didn't like, the highs, the lows, highlights. Let me know what you think of Survivor Series War Games. Another thing, I hope this is the last time we see War Games. Let's give it a break. Let's let it have it. Let's give it a breathing. And, get it a breather. And let's return to the traditional 5-on-5 Survivor Series next year. Let's return to that. Let's return to the brand warfare aspect as well. We have Raw versus SmackDown. Let's really get that amped up next year with Nick Aldis and Alex Pierce and them really bringing that intensity back to the war, to brand warfare with Raw and SmackDown. My favorite time of that was when Paul Heyman and Eric Bischoff were the general managers of Raw and SmackDown. They really brought out the intensity between within the brand warfare and between the two, and them always fighting over the top wrestlers of the company, assigning them to their brand and even trading and all this stuff. That's what I would like to see back in WWE with Alex Pierce and Nick Aldis as the Raw and SmackDown GMs. And you also got next year at Survivor Series, again, the 5-on-5, even adding NXT. maybe even adding TNA or AAA involved with that. I think that would be great, having that kind of brand warfare with Raw, SmackDown, TNA, and AAA or NXT. Throwing them in the mix. I think that'll be fun. That I'm not sure how much longer this partnership is with TNA, and it might not even have a deadline. But if it doesn't, let's do that. Let's throw in that mix. So I love that. I love the brand warfare, Raw and SmackDown, the separated rosters, even the exclusive pay-per-views, PLEs. Raw's PLE, SmackDown's PLE. I would really like for them to bring that back. Like true brand split. This brand with this, with these stars, this brand with these stars, and then you have the exclusive PLEs, and it would also help get over some more stars, because I remember when they did that back in 2016, 17, and they had the exclusive PLEs for SmackDown and Raw. It was great because you had to see some fresh faces and new stars on the pay-per-views, on the PLEs. So this would be great to do as well, especially with the loaded roster they got now in WWE, and completely, truly separate Raw and SmackDown with exclusive rosters, exclusive PLEs for it, and it would help with the workload for some of the stars in the company as well. They don't have to be on basically every single PLE or every other PLE throughout the year. You got Raw's PLEs for the Raw stars, and you got SmackDowns. So I'd love to see that back for next year in WWE. But overall, I'd love to see the traditional 5 versus 5 back. No war games, just traditional 5 versus 5 elimination style match at Survivor Series next year. Let me know what you think. Again, let me know what you think of Survivor Series War Games. What do you think? Should they return that 5 versus 5 next year at Survivor Series instead of doing War Games again? Let me know your thoughts. Let me know your thoughts of the show again. So thank y'all for listening. Hit the like button. Subscribe to YouTube. I'm trying to grow this YouTube. So like and subscribe. Hit the hype button. Get me up there in that algorithm. But like and hit the hype button. And let me know what you think. Again, in the descriptions, I'm affiliated with Prince Nana Coffee. Go order yourself some Prince Nana Coffee today. Really good coffee. I love it. It's my go-to coffee. Go to Prince Nana. Click the link and get some Prince Nana coffee. Also, Pure Plank. Get yourself a Pure Plank. Planks are really good. Help with your posture. Again, helps with your core. Strengthen your core. But body fat. Planks are an amazing workout. Getting Pure Plank, especially with some different variations that they got, different kind of workouts that they got with this, with the Pure Plank. I highly recommend it. Use the promo code Aaron Loves Wrestling, get 10% off your next purchase. W Energy, if you want some W Energy, go get yourself some of that. Use Aaron Loves Wrestling as a promo code and get yourself 10% off your next purchase. And also go to idrinkwiththeq.com. Clean energy, no caffeine, no jitters. I love it. It's my go-to energy drink. Love it. So with that being said, everyone, again, enough with the tribalism. Enough with, AEW's better, WWE's better, blah, blah, blah. Enough. Just love professional wrestling. Also, go check out my review of NWA Power from this past week. I did a review on that. Go check that out. Get to check out my other reviews of Full Gear last week and Raw and SmackDown and Dynamite. Go check that out. So thank y'all for watching. Appreciate all y'all. Love all y'all. Just remember, everyone, love professional wrestling. Peace out, y'all.
When the lights fade, the world holds its breath. The drums hit, the crowd erupts. From WWE to AEW, from NWA to TNA, all the way to New Japan Pro Wrestling. This is where legends rise. Aaron loves wrestling. Let's begin. Let the storm hit, feel the world shift. AEW, we talking big lift. To the WA roots, seeing fire in the booth. New Japan warriors fighting for the truth. Crowds roar loud when the spotlight shines. Aaron loves wrestling, we live for the grind. classic days where the legends were made. To the modern era warriors never afraid. We break down drama, every shock, every twist, every dream match moment that you couldn't resist. From Tokyo Dome nights to the big raw stage, from Power Earth Studios to AIDS all rage. This is passion, combat, the soul of the show. We bring the breakdown, the hype and the glow. Every slam, every dive, every storyline ride. I'll let you where the love never dies. I'll let you where the love never dies. Boom, let the storm hit, feel the world shift. WWE, yeah, we talking big lift. TWA roots, TFI in the booth. New Japan warriors fighting for the truth. Crowds roar loud when the spotlight shines. Aaron loves wrestling, yeah, we live for the grind. We talk kings, icons, the rookies on deck. Champions with the gold hanging right on their neck. The moments that shock you, the promos that hit, those fight forever chants. Yeah, we feel all of it. We salute every brand, every style in the ring. Strong style, lucha libre man, wrestling is king. From old school brawls to the high risk fights, we celebrate the craft and the love of the fight. Podcast vibes with that pay-per-view feel. Every episode hits like a main event deal. Aaron on the mic, yeah, he keeping it real. Breaking wrestling down with that champion feel. Yeah, breaking wrestling down with that champion appeal.
When the crowd goes silent and the bell echoes through the arena, when destiny calls, we answer.